Well, guys, it's finally here, guys. The game that I haven't played for a long time now, since I've done just 2 seasons back in August 2018, guys. Yeah, guys, it is. This is Team Order Racing Manager 2020. Hello, everybody. My name is James here, as the James Gaming JSC on my channel on YouTube, guys. Welcome everybody to my first ever Team Order Racing Manager for 2020, guys. And after I just completed just 2 seasons in 2018, and I only just about completed just like 4 races in the first season, but I didn't do it, so I deleted that, so not very good for that so far. But this is the first time we're going to play this game, as we've been playing it so a long time, guys. So, we can't wait to play this, guys, here on Team Model Racing Manager. And we're going to play this as a guest, but we're not going to play it to sign in, but that's what we're pretty not good, but a long time about there for this. So, much has been different since the last few seasons we've gone through this, drivers, but now we got a long season to go through for this so far for this. So, let's see how this one fits for this so far for this. And also, we're going to have a host for this race. So, ladies and gentlemen, who is going to be our hostess for this race? Hi everybody, my name is Cooper, and I will be the host of the Team Model Racing Manager season and see who's going to go fastest.
And I am Luigi. Yeah, Mario's brother. It means I'm here to try to take part for this. I love it how this Team Model Racing Manager season for 2020 is going to get off with a bang. Yeah, that's going pretty well indeed so far. So let's see how this will go pretty well for this.
Well, let's see what we do with that. Thank for these commentators. Good luck for this. Okay, so our driver we're going to have for our third ever season, for the first season, for this second series, which is this, would be Curtis Rooks and Rodney Skimmett. We'll hopefully do that better for this so far, for the slave for this one. So, Rodney Skimmett is 23 years old, and Curtis Rooks is 25 years old. And also we got some more drivers here. We got some 90s we have faced. Our team is good with Ferrari. And we got Yellow Donkey Racing, had the Silver Arrow Racing, not like Mercedes. Whisper Dynamics, Q Racing, Titanic United Racing, Green Power Racing, Force One Racing, Ursa Racing Crew, and Cyber Racing. As we got these drivers here, we got Abby Fester, Andy Close, Max Jones, Samuel Hope, Han Wan, Anna Devine, Peter Moon, Manuel Gomez, Jenny Throne, Aaron Donez, Chris Stone, Didi Abbott, Josie Oberta, Lola Mourinho, Tammy Ulsa, Jet Lee, and Nick Steele. So these are the drivers we're going to face off, and we got Curtis Woods and Rodney Skimmett. We'll hopefully get the pace speed so far. We got our managers, Christian Babek, all for Wung, and we hired a new 39-year-old guy, Luciano Allen. We're punting him for 12 races, so let's begin this one. So yeah, we got 6 races for the calendar for this season for the first time in 2020, guys. We're going to go to Australia, then to Silverstone, Britain, then to Italy, then we'll head towards the old F1 circuit Canada for the Canadians to go, not at the circuit Geoferno, guys. Then we're going to the Indianapolis circuit, the American Speed, and then final race will be in Interlaken, Sao Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix. So, 6 races for this one for this. So, without further ado, we're going to get ready to go begin here in Australia. Let's get into the track already.
Welcome everybody to Australia, Melbourne in Albert Park for the first round of the 6 races of the 2020 ITV Manager World Championship.
Well, this circuit's completely going very well so far. The track is very clear as well so far. And we're not expecting to see any rain coming soon. And we're here for the first race in Australia.
Hello, I'm Cooper again, so let's see how this circuit goes. This track's got 16 corners, 2 DRS stones, and this circuit's going pretty well indeed so far when we get into qualifying. So let's see how this one for next for so far for this. So thank you for that, commentator. So let's thank you for this. So let's begin qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix. Look at that track though, is Albert Park though, but it's flipped upside down though. So we've got 10 races in each session now. So let's see, we got quick race or we assume the race. We're going to assume the race, means we could do that so far for this. So Rodney Skimmett, so hopefully we might send him out on soft tyres, and we'll qualify him out. Oh yeah, I've just paused the game. Sorry about that. So I just paused the game without doing that so far. Sorry about that. And we can see that one of the black silver arrow guys is going out to pit. Who is that though? I think that might be. I don't know who it is. We can see the satellite's going pretty well so far from this. So let's go watch on TV. And we can watch what needs skim it do his lap so far. Oops. Not really wanting to be a bit. So let's just watch our driver, Curtis Rocks. So let's set him his orders up. So we're going to set him up for this. But we'd like to get the wings up to about 69. Oh, actually 59 actually. There we go. And we might put the gear rated up to 56. Or actually 57 will be better for that. So yeah. So we can see all the drivers are going out right now so far. So let's go on our driver, Rodney Skimmett. And hopefully he can do better for that. He's off for his lap time now. So let's see how he goes well for this so far. And Kuba, have you got more updates about this so far? Well, I couldn't see anything we could see about this about Rodney Skimmett because he's a new driver on the grid so far, as we had a lot of drivers from the past. But that's very good for so far for this first race of the year in Australia. Well, he's going well so far for that. Thanks for that, Cooper. So hopefully this first race of 2020 will go very well for this so far, for this first season for this. And Rodney Skimmett will do very well around this circuit for the Scuderia Fiore. And who was the first driver going to do the lap time first? It's going to be might be one of the drivers of the Survivor. It might be Samuel Hope. Do you think it's Samuel Hope who's gone fastest? It is Samuel Hope, but Rodney Skimmett beat him on the 1 minute 11. Good luck from that. Let's go on board our other driver, Curtis Wood, who's just beginning his lap so far. Need to check out the lap time so far. And Define goes second fastest. Peter Moog goes 5th fastest. A 1 minute 11 that's the time to beat, as Andy Close goes faster than Rodney Skimmett. That's an extra good lap from him so far. Samuel Hope is in 6th, so this is going very well so far for this. As Lola Marina overtaken Rodney Skimmett, and Lola has gone in 2nd place so far, so he's doing good well so far. So where would Curtis Rocks go? He's just by his teammate Rodney Skimmett, and we'll let Rodney pit right now. So hopefully, let's see he can do so far when he do his next lap so far. Where will Rodney Skimmett will go through? He goes only just 14th fastest. As everybody else is only on track so far. So this is very rare so far. We're going to let him come into the pit so far. And we can see that Andy Close has gone faster so far. Max Jones is still currently down in last place so far. His teammate Sammy Hill was the first driver going out so far, but it's Andy Close gone faster ahead of Lola Marino. There is Rodney Skimmett, and then Abby Fisser. We've got Zoe Uso is an excellent. So his teammate Tammy is winning down in 17th. So not a bit different for these two Oslo drivers team, but that's pretty good one for this so far. So I think we might set this tyres will be pretty well so far, and we might send Rodney Skimmett again. So this time we might put the wings up to 60 and gear raise up to 40, down to 48 to a top speed presser for this. And how will this affect for this qualifying so do well so far for this as he begins on this hot lap? So hopefully how this goes affects unfold, or maybe some of them might go in the future so hard. Or a bit breaking locked up there so far from Rodney Skimmett, so that's very well indeed so far for him, for Rodney Skimmett. So hopefully how he will do so far around this circuit in Australia. He's winning P3 so far, so that's going to be an extra good qualifying session so far for this. Have you got more updates, Luigi? Yeah, it's about the silver hour because Max Jones had a bad second sector he had so far, but the car is not very excellent so far as he goes to progress so far. But unfortunately, his driving might be not very good of the corner he goes through there for the first sector, and that's very not good for this so far. Well, thanks for that, Luigi. We'll get more updates we'll have so far. As we only got about 3 minutes and 10 seconds left of qualifying left to go before we go into the race for the first race. So we only got about 3 minutes left to go in this session, and hopefully how this race goes pretty well so far and will not go unfold for this. So here we are. How will Rodney Skimmett go through this again? As we can see, one of the drivers got locked on. That's the green car. I think that's one of the green power races. That is what might be Chris Stone. Or maybe not, because we can't look at the other drivers. We get pretty good so far for this. And we might send courtesy Works out. Not Arbrooks. So let's see what Wozniak goes through. He's only just 27 from Lola and only 32 tenths down on ahead of Abby Pfister, not tenths down on him. So let's see where we go. As he will cross the line and where that guy goes through. That's only 1 minute. That's a 1 minute 40.49. That's the thing. Go put enemy. He's locked up very badly there for the first 2 corners. So hopefully he could do very well for this so far for that. But where will Christy Works do? Only just 1.5 minutes left to go in this qualifying session, guys. In the first ever 2020 Team Motor Racing Manager, guys. I thought I'm going to do on July 15th, but I'm doing it today on July 14th. So hopefully how this one goes pretty well so far for this. And how this goes pretty well indeed so far. And we just need to put it for just 1 minute left. Okay, back on track now. I just annoyed the grip of Danny Skimmett, but he's losing grip on his tyres, so I need to turn it into the pit stop, so hopefully that'll be enough for him so far for this. But let's see where would Curtis Wilkes go on his lap so far. He could need to be faster than Rodney Skimmett's time, but he's doing Andy Close. He's just gone faster so far, and he will take. He's due on pole position, man, so far. Unless some of the drivers might beat him so far on these purple soft tyres, as well as the orange hard tyre. But there's no medium tyres, and we've got no intermediate tyre. We've got wet tyres for the race in the rain. Well, maybe not. We've got cloudy in 9 minutes, but the race is completely not coming yet. But the time is up now for the first ever qualifying session. So where will Curtis Wilkes go? So there he goes, cross the line to complete his lap, and he goes. Oh, an excellent third! Wow. That was the next good lap time so far, but it's Andy Close who took pole position for the first race of the season in 2020, with Lola Marina in second. Curtis Wilkes has got third, had a Rodney Skimmett fourth. Jet Li is fifth, had Abby Pfister. So good start to the season to the yellow team. Anna Define in seventh. Jenny Freud in eighth. Max Jones ninth. Sorry Usla only 10th. Manu Gumi a good 11th behind Samuel Hope. Diddy Abbott is next, had a Chris Stone. They both started on the 7th one in the same team. Ham Wentz is 15th. Then is Nick Steele in 16th. Then is Anwan Duran in 17th. Then is Joshua Brusili in 18th. Tammy Uza didn't press on his teammate Bale and started 90th. While Peter Mills started at the back of the field in 20th place. So he's last place so far. So that's pretty good so far for this as we go through. So, everybody on the grid so far for this. So let's see how this goes far for this. It's a 16 lap race here in Australia. We can see all the drivers are getting ready to prepare for this so far. As we get ready to go beginning here in Australia. So, we might look it on the satellite. So let's begin this race. So, I'm ready to go. So here we go. And we're underway for the first time in Australia. For the first season in the year. And that's an excellent start there from Curtis Wilkes. He just got past, who is it? It should be Andy Close, yes, so that is good. So Chris, not well, that's an excellent start there. Has overtaken Andy Close for the lead of the race. Where is Curtis? Where is Rodney? He's in 5th place so far, but Lola's in 3rd. Jet Li has overtaken them, and here comes. Well, Manu Gomez might have made the move there, but not a move that's it. As Rodney gets past Jet Li, and so did Samuel Gomez. Or actually, that's Manu Gomez. Actually, not Samuel. As we go through this circuit itself. But Rodney, Curtis now leading the race so far. But that Lola now moving to 2nd place so far. I think Andy lost a position there. But will Lola might try to get past Curtis for the lead of the race? We're not sure about this so far. As he comes round to complete the end of the first lap. So hopefully how this race goes well so far for Curtis Wilkes so far. As we enter the 2nd lap of the possible 16 laps. Luigi, how was that start though? Well, I think the comment what the Curtis did was pretty good. Oh, Lola's got past them. And actually a good speed there from Lola. Now takes the lead from Curtis. Lola Marina now takes the lead. Now Andy Close. He's now close to him down in the field way. As he's trying to get past him there. As Andy get close to him. So hopefully he can get a good extra pace there. Where is his teammate though? Abby Pfister. He's down in 9th place so far. That's a terrible start to Abby Pfister. He's not doing good so far, but his teammate Andy Close is winning P3 so far. He started the race on par, but now he's winning P3 so far, and he's closing down on Curtis Wilkes. As we enter lap 3 now. We're burning on Rodney now, so there's a carnage through this pace there so far for this. Everybody else has got through to the first corner, making it instant so far. The light is okay so far. We can see Rodney is running in sixth place. Chris Dunn is just next to the Manu Gumin, and then it's Max Jones just by Sorry Usla in 8th. So, pretty good to see an excellent move there so far for Max Jones there, and hopefully he can do something with that. But meanwhile, Curtis is still running in second place so far in the Ferrari, and it's still Roland Marino still comfortably in the lead so far, and we'll come around the last corner so far. Curtis is in second place still, but in third place is Andy. There is Max Jones, and we got losing grip on tyre for both of my drivers there, so we might put them on the hard tyre. We might pit Curtis first, as we might let Rodney goes out for there. So we pit Curtis, then we'll let Rodney go out for one more lap, and then he will come into the pits. So yeah. So hopefully how this one goes for this. He's used that type for 4 laps now, but hopefully is he going to do one of those 2 stop strikes we're going to do so far for this first round of pit stop coming on for this 16 lap race. He's headed towards the 12 and lap actually so far. You know what, maybe let's put the pit stop for hard tyres. So let's confirm this. So I can see that Rodney and Curtis are in the pit so far. So let's see what both our drivers could do. And we can see what they could do under the pit stop times. Are they in the pit so far? Doing their pit stop, the team will get to change their tyres. Nobody feeling for that. That's the rules. And he rejoins the race for this. And pit stop for Rodney too. So that's a good pit stop from him. And Curtis just rejoined just behind Anna Devine. He's just got by Tammy Usla, who hasn't stopped just yet. All the other drivers have done their pit stop so far, but now it's Josie Bazita now leads for Jet Li. Both of them have done as are on the longest firstly on the hard tyres, while some of them go on the soft tyres. So hopefully they do something the less. So let's save tyres for this Curtis, and we might get some tack whiskey. So we'll do that for it. We'll get the orders to do that, and hopefully he can save the tyres to the end of the race. So. Rodney, I don't think he's not doing good so far. He's running down in P12. He just got Max Jones behind him. And he's got Jane Fro, and so he's going to try to get past him. And we wanted to push very harder now. Let's see how this one goes. As there comes Jane Fro on the start finish where he goes through. Now going on the inside, or the outside actually, and Jane Fro gets past Rodney Skimmett. Good move there from Jenny Fro to move up into 12th. And now he's had it on Max Jones now, and we might need not going to see on her for a while as we go for this track so far. But meanwhile, Curtis is running P4 so far as the rest of the leaders are there. Jet Li is leading from Josie Bautista, and Lola Marino is in third place so far. And we can see that Curtis is still going well so far for this. So Curtis is waiting in P4 so far. He's got Chris Stone behind him, and he's closing down on him, but he's going to make a pit stop. He's coming into the pits already, so hopefully he won't lose some time there so far for this if he gets this progress right. And we might save tyres for Rodney Skimmett too. Okay, we might put the normal back to Curtis, and the attack will be risky for that. So, how will this affect this for this track though, as we got through this second for this so far? We're on to lap 7 now, to possible 16 laps to go. We're almost halfway through the race so far, and we can see that Curtis we might take the lead. Well, actually, Lola Maria will take the lead after Jet Li and his teammate was stopped. Jet Li's in the pit, and so is Josie. They're both in the pit so far, but where is Lola? I don't know where he is so far. Is he making a pit stop? I think he is. Yes, he is making the pit stop. That's going to let Curtis Rock take the lead of the race so far. I thought Hurt's going to lead the race so far, but not quite for that. So, yeah, for that. But meanwhile, one of these guys got both of Chris Stone and Jet Li. Actually, no, not Chris Stone. That's Diddy Abbott. It's closing on himself off to try and get that 4th place. So, hopefully, he can do better for that so far. So, where is Andy Clay? He's now in 2nd place, though, ahead of Max Jones. The gap is only just 4 seconds between Curtis and Andy. So, hopefully, they get their progress right so far for this. as he goes round this circuit in Melbourne, Australia for the first race of the season. So hopefully how this one goes very in the bag so far, as he goes through this circuit very easily indeed. So on his way now, on the beginning of lap 9 now, to possible 16 laps of this race so far. And this race is going pretty well indeed so far for this, as Rodney Skimmett is winning the race in P4 so far. Seems to try more easily, but he's got a lot of progress to see all the drivers just behind him, but we told him to push so fast. So this is going to be pretty well so far for this, as Max Judd takes second place from Andy Close, as well as Rodney Skimmett. It looks like he's trying to catch up to Andy Close for third, as Max Judd took second place from him, and he's closing the gap to him, so he wants to try to get that push back and hopefully get into podium position so far. That will be an excellent result for that for Ferrari. And this is going to be an excellent race so far for this, as he will go around turn 13. Sorry about that. Good, but any more messages for this? Well, we just had a little update to the Oslo team, because Tammy and Zoe are not very good so far for this team so far. Tammy's down in P4 at 13, and now Zoe's just buying P14, so that's not doing good so far for this. Indeed they are, so hopefully they might get the progress back for this. Meanwhile, Kurt Rock is still in this race for the first race of the season for Scuderia Ferrari. He's just behind Max Judd. The gap is only just 8 seconds now. That's increasing the gap so far to save his time for the end of the race so far. But he's only got about a few more laps to go to the end of the race. So he's only got about 6 laps left after this one. So hopefully this one will be pretty good so far for the Ferrari team, as he comes to complete lap 10 and on to lap 11 he goes through now. So hopefully how this one affects the championship goes well for there. So he goes through the second, and he's losing to grip so far for Rodney, his teammates, but not quite for that, as bit low as there goes Jet Li and Josie Padura. I think that's Ronnie might lost some tyres there, so that was very good. So Jet Li takes second place from Ronnie. It was not 1-2 anymore. Hopefully they're going to do something like this so far. As Lola, maybe that's Josie. No, that's Josie actually. And we see that so far for this. Curtis Rocky Slinder so far, as the team goes pretty well so far for this. And he's doing good so far for this. As nothing he can do so far for this. He comfortably leads the race so far. His attack is a bit risky, but he will stay here for another lap so far. And he will come into the end of the pit at the end of this lap, the next lap. So we're going to do that. So pit for soft tyres, and hopefully he gets to the end of the race on these tyres. But meanwhile, Rodney Skimmett is in for his second and 5 pit stop, so hopefully he can get the end of the race on these tyres. You need to save the tyres for the end of the race, or you might not make it. So hopefully he can do that so far. As on Curtis, Rookies on his 12th lap so far, and he needs to come into the pits already so far for this. So here in comes into the pits goes Curtis Roke. So hopefully he can do better for that. Will mean that Jet Li will now take the lead of the race so far from Josie. Now, is Curtis going to be just behind Lola, who's coming down to the final few corners of this track now? Would he be able to go out ahead of her? He's coming down to the start finish straight, but he stays ahead of Lola, so that's okay so far. And he rejoined the race in P3 so far, comfortably going with the attack race ski so far. As Rodney Skimmett is going to try to save these tyres to the end of the race. 1 lap 30 as opposed to 16 now, as we're only got about 4 laps left to go. None of the drivers have retired yet so far for this. We got a few races there. Sammy Hobbit's got car trouble. As, oh my god, he's winning the race in 11th now, but he's going to be the first one to win the race so far. Samuel Hobie's out to race already. Disappointment day for him. Unfortunately, that's the game over for him so far. So, disappointment day for him. As we're only got about 3 more laps to go now. So, hopefully, this race is going pretty well so far. As Jet Li crossed the line to begin lap 14 now. Only 3 laps to go. As he's just behind Curtis Brooks. Now takes second place in the race so far. This is going to be pretty good to get the points for him so far. As Rodney Skimmett is running in 7th place so far. But he's running now up to 5th now. And gets past Jose Borisidia. If he's just gone past there. So Logan Marino is now up to 3rd place so far. Means Jet Li is on his 14 laps so far, but he won't be able to, might not save these tyres to the end of the race of this track circuit for this track for this. His tyres are wearing up so far. Jet Li's in the pit as Josie Batet he's got engine troubles. Oh man, the man who was winning 5th place at the time being is out of this race. And he's become the second. As soon as Anwar Jamal has got a mechanical failure to his car. Anwar Jamal is out of the race so far, but Curtis Brooks is on his penultimate lap of the race so far, as the race is coming to a close. But this race is comfortably as almost now. One is Gimmet is now in second place now, but that is now 1-2 for Ferrari. But Jet Li is on new fresh tyres, is closing the gap to one is going to steal the 1-2 from Ferrari. But can he do it for this? Or he's closing the gap to him so far, if he will stay him out so far. As here goes Jet Li, getting into second place so far and gets past one is Gimmet for second place. An extra move there from Jet Li. We're on to the final lap of this race so far, as here comes Curtis Runnex. Will he able to set the car risky a bit, so he's only got a few because guys. Jelly's got mechanical failure. He was waiting second place so far, and he's got cars on it. Means that second place is going to take to one his gimmick, as Jelly is slowing down and has a mechanical failure, as that's not going good so far for this. But they couldn't stop Curtis Wilkins now. He's only got a few more cars to go, but his teammate is closing down on him so far, as he will take the win so far for this. Here comes Curtis Wilkes. Comes around the last corner, and he wins the first ever race of 2020 of there. And he wins the Australian Grand Prix. Max is just closing up to one is Gimmick there, but one is Gimmick will take second place by the end of the race. One excellent good drive there for him. Max Jones will come home, but actually he's retiring, which means that Lola Maria will take third, Chris Jones takes fourth, Andy Cole will take fifth, ahead of Jay Froh, and then Peter Moon in seventh. Whoa, what an excellent, spectacular race that was for Curtis Works, as he wins the first ever race of the season. That was an excellent good race so far. The final result with Jet Li he did finish the point in 8th, had the Manuel Gomez in 9th, and 10th got to DB Abbott. What an incredible race that was for that. And the 4 cars have retired. There were Max Jones, Aaron Dunner, Joseph Batuta, and Sabia Ho, and also Jet Li, but he did make the end of the race in P8, and he was classified in 8th. So, it's the first ever 1-2 for the team for Ferrari, so that's good. And Lola Marina is pleased to see him to be on the podium. So after that impressive first round, Curtis Wood leads the Drive Championship ahead of one is giving now. Lola Marina is in third, ahead of Chris Dunn. There is Andy Close 5th, there is Jay Furr 6th, Peter Moon 7th, Jet Li 8th, Manu Gumi is 9th, and David Allen gets the last point in 10th place for that race in Australia. In the Extraordinary Championship, Scooter with Fiora are leading from Force 1 Racing, head of Green Power Racing are moving to 3rd. Yellow Donkey Racing are in 4th, head of Q Racing are just behind, are tied the same point as Tronic United Racing. And Cyber Racing have got 4 points so far from that race, and only the 3 teams haven't scored just yet. So, what an excellent good race to start the season in Australia with a bang for both Ferraris to take a first ever 1-2. And we'll pick this one. And also we get a good... We'll get this for 1-2 for this, and we get more cash for that. Well then guys, thanks for watching for the first ever race of this race guys, and in 2 days time guys, we'll be in Silverstone for the British Grand Prix, that'll be next up guys, and hopefully Phil can run it away again. Good win for Chris Rooks, and a good second place for one of these gimmick guys. Luigi, Cooper, see you next time, and for me, we'll all see you next time for Britain guys, at the British Grand Prix in Silverstone. Goodbye.